Hey Krystal, here is a little video I put together to walk you around Theater of India, China, and Japan, THT 365. This video, and be sure to hit the subscribe button when you're done, allowing us to make videos like this in the future. No, don't. Okay. Uh, let's start on the home page. Here it is. If you were a student, would see an announcement here, the new announcement. But instead, I'm going to take you to the announcements and show you what they look like. And here's the announcement that gets emailed off to all the students. It includes a orientation video right here, which I'll point to in the course here in a second. Couple of quick first steps, first deadline, and I always include the course schedule too, just to make that super duper available. And if they followed those first steps, they would go over to content, and lo and behold, they would begin with course information. And here it is. There's a welcome video, which is kind of an overview of who I am as a teacher and what the overall purpose of the course is. Different from the video orientation video. This one was actually, the original video was produced some years ago by the media department or the television department. It's a really beautifully produced video. Awesome video. This one is just a video like this one, which is done incidentally on Screencast-O-Matic, which is a free bit of software interface. You can use the free version. I'm using it now. I've used it for years, and it's an easy way to do screen videos. Screencast-O-Matic. And this is a video orientation that just gets them through the first stages of being in the course, what to look for, how to get them going into Module 1. And all the units are exactly the same in terms of their layout. So it's a very boring course to look at, but it is extremely easy for them once they've done the first unit. They can do all the other units, bing, bang, boom. The first unit includes reading this as a reading assignment, and the intellectual integrity policy and AI policy, which they take a quiz on. All that in Module 1, along with some other reading. The syllabus is here. You can see the way it's laid out is they can download it. They can also just look at it here. Almost all of the major components that are broken down in the course information are also available in the syllabus if they want to print and or listen to it, which is also something they can do using an accessibility tool. I don't know why that says red. Shouldn't be. It should be green. I think probably because it's in edit mode or something right now. All the reading and technical requirements, blah, blah, including the all-important AI policy, which, as I mentioned before, any of this language that you want to use for upcoming things or creating online coursework, you can take it all. This is the closest proximity I can make to an interpretation of the Oswego State University AI policy that can be enforced by a teacher, at least by a adjunct. This is what I've been using. Okay. And you know all about creating syllabuses, so obviously, but if you're dealing with a new teacher and they want to look this over, I think it's a pretty well done complete syllabus. Back to course information. So then the course schedule, which is the dates are not in the syllabus, but the assignment breakdown is in the syllabus. The course schedule is something I've used this layout for 20 years plus. It's very simple to read, and students seem to interact well with it. This is the unit, this is the begin, this is the end. These are the assignment. This is the assignment. These are the assessments, and everything is due by 11:59 p.m. of the last day, unless that internal deadline is otherwise stated, and usually it is in the case of the discussions. But there is a entirely other series of documents to inform them about discussions, and all discussions are managed exactly the same, because previously, before AI, discussion work, because it was in real time, because it wasn't, people had to respond to things that weren't on the internet. It was a good way to get people involved and get them talking about the content in real time, which was difficult for them to cheat on. Now with AI, I think we need to be rethinking discussion work a little bit, because students are able to use AI to do some discussion work for them, or maybe even create an AI agent to do it for them. So I think discussion work has to be, in the long term, a little bit more reimagined, but right now it's still in the course pretty substantially. Course overview, core contact information, objectives, blah, 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 reading materials, which include the materials they need to create the AI resistant assignments that are in the class. This would be textbook information, but then also like their notepads, exactly what kind of notepads they need to use, and all the information about creating videos in the course, because they have to do 2 different videos in the course, and they have to stream them through some streaming service. They can use anyone they want, as long as it's not something that I need a subscript. I don't have to subscribe to it or in order to see it. So it can be unlisted, and I can have a link, or it can be public on YouTube or any other streaming service. It's just nothing that I have to subscribe to, because that extra step often is something that creates a hitch. Anyway, it seems complicated, but actually the instructions are very simple, and they're in every single unit. So there's a video, instruction video, that they can watch about creating unlisted content on YouTube, and most of them do it all the time anyway for social media. How you'll be evaluated, my grading rubrics, all those are there, my expectations. One of the biggest things is this is the discussion criteria instruction video, which is a mouthful. But that video talks them through how to do a discussion and what the objectives of discussion work are in the course, and all of that in this video. And then this discussion criteria online is very, very much breaks down exactly what it takes to do well in the discussion. If I did this, I come to this video, and this is one of those, hey, me sitting there talking to you videos. Nothing, no bells and whistles, no editing, kind of emphasizes the simplicity of it. To move forward, we see module 1, in which they know from your next steps. They go right into. They also know it from the announcement, which was emailed to them on day 1. And then they'll also have a reminder at the end of the module if for some reason they haven't come in for the big win by then. They'll be reminded, hey, this is coming up. You got to make sure this is done by time. So again, here's that THT 365 video orientation, another link to it here. Module 1 at a glance tells them everything that they need to be doing. This unit, I have one of those for every unit. Sometimes I have an orientation video of just the module, but module 1's so simple that I don't do it for module 1. Okay. The discussion is here, the reading assignment, the intellectual integrity quiz, which they have to take, And then there is a video just to tell them how to do this assignment, the Finding Similarities Live Writing exercise. This video just teaches them how to do it.
It was a gift.
It is
I resented
a
it for 3 weeks. Then
video
I filled a bowl
that
with
will
water,
probably
dropped the grapes
win
in,
me
and
an Academy
I wasn't
Award
ready
for
that.
Best
I watched my daughter
Instructional
eat half a
Video.
bowl of grapes this morning before I
I'm
used
waiting
it.
to hear from the Academy.
Hi, this is a demo video.
And it'll certainly get me best hair in an instructional video. So then if we come back to good old Module 1, you'll see that's it. Okay, for that unit. Usually it's just a unit I keep pretty brief because people are adding and dropping and whatever. And so this is the kind of unit that they can mop up if they come in later into the course. So right away, they've done one AI resistant assignment. They've done one reading assignment. They've taken a quiz. They've gotten involved in a discussion. And that's all to kind of, hey, how do I do all this? How is all this going to be? And that prepares them, hopefully, for the bigger stuff that comes later that carries more weight grade-wise. And then it's just boom, 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 right through the units. I'm not going to go through every one, but it's, there's an orientation for Module 2 at a glance, and we're right into Indian history. There's some big movie watching in this one because there's this wonderful Story of India BBC series, which we also break down into timelines, okay, and this is a pretty substantial test. And the way that the tests are laid out in here is the best practice that I've found for online test taking. You are not allowed to navigate away from the browser. You are not allowed to.
I'm going to pick you up from extended early.
You are not allowed to navigate away from it. You have a set amount of time. You cannot backtrack in the test. Okay, you have a fixed amount of time. You probably know all this. I'm just going to go over it quickly, but it's given that it's an open book. But because of the limited amount of time and the number of questions, no two tests are the same. There's a fixed number of questions that are drawn from a pool, which are randomly selected by the LLM, the Learning Management System, and LMS, and it selects from that pool. It randomizes the questions. It randomizes the answers, and so you are allowed 2 tries. The second one is purely an emergency backup. You will basically be taking a brand new test every time you take it. So that cuts down pretty much on, I think, they can still use AI now. It wasn't designed really with AI in mind, but they can probably use AI. They'd have to be really, really quick and good at it in order to have it do it. But I mean, I suppose they can. They got to go through the motions, and I'm not sure that if they navigate, even click over for a second to another, just to another document, and the test automatically submits. So it's about as good as I think you can get at this point. So that's the fundamental way. I mean, this is what the students interact with. They get an announcement. They work within the module. They go to different links, okay, including their textbook, which is online, OER, 100%. Okay, I think it's a very good text. It's very complete. Okay. Very readable, beautiful pictures, completely free for them. So that is THT 365 Theater of India, China, and Japan as I have created it. I hope it is helpful to you.